welcome to Miss Music, or welcome back to Miss Music. It has been a while since I made a video. I've just been so busy and I felt very, very exhausted over the last couple of months. But we're back and with a Rush video. It was in 1982 in Wembley Arena that I first saw Rush, and that was the Signals tour. I paid £6 for a ticket. And like many of you recently, I thought I'd never get to see Rush again. I've only seen them once. And I was amazed when they announced a new tour. But like everybody, it was a very expensive set of tickets to buy, but I did it. I splurged maybe too much, paying too much for very bad tickets. And now I have to figure out how I'm going to get to Toronto and how I'm going to stay there, because it is a very expensive city. But this is a pilgrimage. This is a heartfelt thank you to Giddy, Alex and Neil. And what better way to prepare for this monumental event than to revisit Rush's album. And I thought I'd try and get through the discography before going. I know I'm never going to make it, but here we go. From the first album. Now, close your eyes and what do you think when you think Rush? What comes to mind? Is it Neil Peart's impossible polyrhythmic drumscape, Alex Lifeson's soaring atmospheric guitar wizardry, or Geddy Lee's soaring voice and undeniable bass lines that somehow carry the melody and the rhythm simultaneously? He is a wizard. That's the Rush we know, the Rush that defined progressive rock, perhaps, this kind of trio of musical alchemists. But if you cast your mind back to 1974, forget the conceptual epics and philosophical lyrics. Back then, they weren't yet the bridge between rock and prog. They were just three hungry, loud, hard-rocking kids from a Toronto suburb cranking out riffs and trying their darndest to sound like Led Zeppelin. So this video isn't about the Rush they became. This is really about the Rush they had to be first. It's the story of their self-titled debut, the raw, bluesy, often forgotten launch pad for one of rock's most legendary journeys. Now, our story doesn't start with Neil, but with John Rutsey. Formed in Willowdale, Toronto, back in 1968, the original lineup featured Alex, Geddy and John. And according to road crew legend Ian Grandy, there would have been no Rush without John. I was surprised to hear that. Apparently he was the driving force, the one that cracked the whip on Practice, who took the band seriously. He was the pure rock and roller. It's that raw, unpolished energy, that focus on the here and now that screams from every track on this debut. No philosophical voyages yet, just pure, unadulterated rock. Now, let's have a think about the tracks. I guess the most famous track on this album is Working Man, 7 minutes of unadulterated blue-collar angst. It defined their early identity, screaming straight from the factory floor. And to be honest, it's never been one of my personal go-tos. But, you know, it is going to be one of those crowd pleasers at Toronto. And that's fantastic. And I just can't wait to be part of that.
Seems to me I could live
But for me, as a teenager, the real gems on this album were What You're Doing and Before and After. What You're Doing is pure infectious bounce driven by Alex Lifeson's solo that just kind of rocks out. Forget the atmospheric textures he'd later master. Here, he's just shredding, pure and simple. And then Before and After is a track, I think, that hints at their progressive forays yet to come. But you know, what an absolutely killer middle of a song. That song really pulled me into Rush, I think, as a teenager. And you know, another thing I hadn't realized is that they had no record contract when they made this. They pressed it themselves on Moon Records, selling about 3,500 copies from concerts. And seriously, if anyone out there has an original pressing of this, let us know in the comments. I mean, that is just amazing. One of those copies made it way across the border to Cleveland, Ohio, landing in the hands of Donald Harper. She was a visionary radio DJ, music director at WMMS. And Donna was on the hunt for something fresh, something new, something to ignite the working class soul of Cleveland. She scanned the track list of this album. She saw Working Man. She dropped the needle, and that lit the spark that lit the fire. The buzz orchestrated by Donald Harper changed everything. Mercury Records came calling, and just like that, the floodgates opened for Rush. But before the legend truly began, there was one more seismic shift. John Rutsey departed, and a young, philosophical, amazing drummer called Neil Peart. I'm going to say Peart all the way through this, and you're going to correct me and say, no, it's Peart. And I'll try my best, but it's kind of ingrained in my English consciousness. Now, revisiting this album truly feels like an anomaly. For me as a teenager, it wasn't the Rush I obsessed over. It's raw, it's a little derivative, and it sounds almost nothing like the sprawling prog masterpieces that would soon define them. There's no 2112, there's no moving pictures, of course. The lyrics are straightforward, the structures are classic rock, and then there's that undeniable Led Zeppelin influence. And this isn't the album that made them legends, but it is the album that made the legend possible. So tell me, what was your first listen like? I mean, some of you would have been there at the beginning. You would have heard this for the first time. What was it like to hear this album? And, you know, what were they like in those early days? What were they like live? Were they a band that you went to see and you thought, this is really something special, or did they just sound like any other band? It's very interesting, I think. You know, I'm a big fan of Kate Bush, and I think Kate Bush is extraordinary. But, you know, people that saw her performing in pubs early on and listening to those kind of early bootlegs, there is nothing special there. I mean, I wouldn't have gone to one of her concerts and thought, wow, this person is going to be incredible, but she did become incredible. Was it the same with Rush? I mean, if you saw them, did you think, oh, it's just another band, they're not going anywhere? Or did you think there is something special about these three guys? Anyway, let me know what you think. Drop some comments below. Give the video a like if you've got this far, if you got to the end. And do subscribe if you want to hear more about Rush. And thanks for watching.